So, lost my pen. Hang on. So, as we are coming up here, so there's a nice strong leg up. Nice strong leg up. We are seeing a dipping volume. So, if we do stall here and start getting a major lower close, then expect this to pull back. There are some signs that some other confirmation signs that are coming through, and I'll talk about those in a moment. But the fact we're coming up on lower volume is a concern, and if we could be about to get a major close, a major sell signal. So a new high and a lower close would be a signal for me that this market is done. We had a lower close here, but it was inside of that range. This is the kind of close I'm looking for, a deeper close here, followed by another close, pull back into that same zone, and then significantly close lower. So this period here showed us that we could get a decent correction. And so if that occurs around this area, then I will start to sell. I'm very cautious about what I'm in at the moment anyway. Although I'm posting a few things, I'm still I'm still 50% cash. So cash is a position. So although I am instigating new trades, they're few and far between, and just making sure that I can grab some profits. And if the market does correct, then I don't get caught up in it, or I'm on the right side of it. Let's have a look at so the Dow is showing greater weakness. So we popped up to just over 40,000. If we close lower here today, even this could symbolize that we're done, short-term done. So if we close underneath this little flag pattern here, then we need to get short into this 40,000, stop above the highs, and see if we can ride that down. We are some distance away from 50 average. So that's signal number one for me. Signal number two is if you look at this volatility index, the volatility index is very low. So this is suggesting that there is very limited fear in the market. And that's so if there is a sell signal, watch out for this to really start to flare up. So it could be that traders are, or certainly the masses are complacent. Just watch out for this, because if this pings up and breaks up through that pattern, then you could see a dramatic increase in volatility. Dramatically, that would be good for trading. The more volatility is, the more opportunities there are. But if this continues to move sideways and trundle along, then the shorts are maybe not going to get any opportunity to sell this market. But I'm just very cautious up here. It's we're in the back end of May now. Sell in May and go away. Data-wise, we have UK inflation on Wednesday, Fed minutes end of Wednesday, so the market might look for some signals in those minutes 2 hours before the close on US close on Wednesday. G7 meet on Thursday with US services and then UK retail sales on Friday. So it's quite a busy week. That's why I'm just cautious about. So there's a combination of factors that are making me um, cautious about this market. And just questioning whether this has got enough momentum to carry this through. FTSE, before we go on, well, before we leave the indices, yeah, see this FTSE is bullish consolidation, possibly, yeah. So we got a little pin bar sell signal up there on the 15th, last Wednesday. So every time we're pulling into the range of the Wednesday bar, we're selling. So if we close underneath this 8,400, that will be a good signal to me that the FTSE could start to tumble, and that too is coming up on low volume. So we're very divergent. The volume is very divergent, which is very unhealthy. If you are a bull, if you're a bear, then this is what you want to watch for. You want to watch for these signals that the market could reverse. The gold. So this is another sort of sell factor. The fact that gold, that a safe haven like gold is running up, is a concern. So if we hold on to these highs, I see gold going to 25. Oh, excuse me, 2,500 plus. Lack of oxygen, I think. Silver. Wow. Silver's not giving you much opportunity to get in. This is coming up on increase in volume. So we saw 28 hold here last Monday, pause on Thursday, and then a push much higher on Friday. Yeah. So what should you look for on this one? Well, anybody who knows me of my sort of historic comments, I do not like buying high. Well, if the market takes it, this being an industrial metal, if the market does filter down, I think that could drag the silver down. Any retest of this, I mean, 30 was resistance, 30 is now support. So here we are at 32. If we get any sort of shock down towards 30, I would be a buyer. Moving across to other commodities, wheat. Saw that move into $7, dropped into support at 657, 660, and now we look as if we're coming up to retest 7 again. If we can't close above 7, then short term, this move could be over. Long term, I'm looking for $8 to $10 this year, possibly more, but we've got to close above that 7 for that to work. And let's look at sugar. Right, so I took a position of these lows in sugar. So this funny pattern here is something to do with the ETF. Don't worry about it. Let's just look at the basic price. So I've marked the low of 885 and this high of 1628. So anybody who's interested in patterns could see this head and shoulders, lower shoulder. So we've broken down, but we've broken back down into this breakup area. We've had a new low. I'll expand the chart in a minute. We had a new low and a close above. So this is a buy signal for me today. So any pullbacks in, I think this could easily pull back into 11 or maybe lower again. But as long as we don't start closing underneath here, I'm going to stay in this and see if I can ride this back to at least 15, possibly. And if we subsequently break, come back in this channel and break up, I would look for 20, 18, 20. So I'm looking for this boomerang I'm looking for this to be a double bottom. We saw an increase in volume today. It's a reversal signal after this three-wave correction. Looking to see if the sugar can come up. All right, so wave patterns, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3 wave correction. So potentially the whole thing resets after the correction has finished. So if we get an impulse up here, pull back and get a wave 3, this is what I'm looking for in the coming weeks and months on the sugar. That's what I'm looking for on the wheat as well. Right. We've got US inflation. No, it's just UK inflation, isn't it, this week? Yeah, just UK inflation. Right. And moving on. Let's look at oil. Oil is, I think we need to, personally, I think we just need to back off of oil at the moment. It just, I think we need another test of these recent lows. It doesn't seem to want to, let me expand this. Okay, it's Monday, so we're doing, so we've had exuberant Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So a decent move up last week, back second half of last week. So if we now pull back into 78, 77, 78 and hold, then and get a lot of volume coming in, I think we can get up to 82, 83. But I would be very cautious at the moment. I just think we may need a proper test of 75 down here. Not sure this is done yet. So we pushed higher and then made a new low. We've pushed higher and now we're struggling and pulling right back again. So I think it's worth buying a dip if we see 77, 78 on volume and we get a nice volume coming in at those levels, then I would buy. Otherwise, just be cautious and sit to one side. Right. Let's look at, so we talked a lot about BT recently, and BT had that pop on the earnings. Now, BT in recent times, BT has got this history of popping and getting crushed. So see, we've got a three-wave move up here. So you get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you get this bounce up here into resistance, and then it gets a significant wave pattern to the downside again. So it's a decent breakout. We spent 2-3 months down here just above the pound mark. We were channeling, volume was looking better, and then we break out. So we could come all the way back to 118. We could. Still a good bullish pullback would still be 125. If I'm wrong, we'll just stay up here, do a little jinx lower, and then shoot up if I'm wrong. I talked about 150. So I think last year's high was 150. So the most bullish scenario is we just consolidate up here, do a little push back into say 130, 132, and then make a run for 150. But when markets fire up very quickly, they've got a habit of boomeranging back. So just be aware of that. There's the volume is suggesting that we can hold this. But just be aware that you may see when markets shoot up too fast and a lot of traders miss out, it does tend to like to reground itself before going on another move. So what I'm saying is this could be the impulse wave one, could see a pullback wave two, and then wave three could start to push to 140, 150 in the coming weeks. Selling may go away. Just to yet another reminder. We are in that period where we've seen a decent move in this, and it may just want to peel back again. If we scale back, so we saw, okay, let's look at this move over here in November 21. Put some more data on the chart. So it's the most significant move for a very, very long time in BT's life. It's been a really such a slug. We saw a decent move up here in February 23. That was followed by a very shallow pullback before that went to 150. So that could be what we're looking at again. Report to 6. What reports on the 6th of June? Because they put in year end last Thursday. I've not seen anything about the 6th of June, so I can't comment on that. The stop loss, like I said, it depends how. I mean, really, if you want to sit in this and stay in it after a decent pullback, you've got to go at least 1.9. So you've got several alternatives. It depends. This is why it's important that you have a decent trading plan. We've pushed this 135 is a decent area of resistance, and you've seen some traders are already taking profits. So you've got an option. You either sell into that resistance, take your profits in that resistance, or if you are very bullish, long-term bullish, keep your stop under 109 and leave it alone and don't even look at it. Some traders will have taken maybe half profits and looking to reload on a pullback. Some traders have gone all in, all out. You know, it all depends on your strategy. But that 135 is a tough area. I agree 150 looks likely, but you may have to sit through a pullback before you see it. That's all. Right, let's look at how's the other one. I've got several I want to look at. Let me just go to my notes. I've got another commodity to show you in a minute. Right, let's go through rather than go through a lot of stocks. I'm just going to go through the ones that I'm looking at the moment. I'm not in this at the moment. I feel a bit frustrated that I'm not. So this pullback to 180, 181. We've recently seen, this is a direct line. We've recently seen 205. You know what? I think I've got an alarm set on this, haven't I? Let me set another one. I must have closed it. What I would really like to see is 170 in direct line. So we had this huge bust up on the 28th of Feb when I think proposed takeover was announced. But I'm just looking to see if we can just pull back into that and boomerang back down again. At which point I would get interested. So I'm going to be very patient for this. This is just on my watch list. You see, so that's what I'm looking for on that one. Capita, of course. Where is Capita? So I've taken a position in this Capita, got a small profit at the moment. So we saw a big one. They got a new chief financial officer who has just invested £9 million of his own cash. So one of the reasons why I took this, because I just thought to myself, if a new chief financial officer can invest 9 million of his own pounds, why shouldn't I just sit on his coattails and see if we can run this one up? So the volume has been increasing. This one got hit by a few things. I think this was a cyber attack on the 6th of March that dragged this one down. So it's really beaten up. Yeah, not so long ago, this was 45p. It has been a stock market darling in distant past. It was as high as in 2016. So pre-Brexit, we were £12. Now we're 15p. So it just seems a crazy. It's really beaten up. It was loss-making because it wrote down some expenses against their profits. In fact, let's have a look at Lansdowne. Yeah, here we go. I've got the page open. So this is a free service from Lansdowne, Hargreaves Lansdowne. If we look at, yeah, here's the share buying. So on the 9th of May, Pablo Andres bought £4.5 million worth of stock. And on the 10th of May, he repeated that. He bought 4.4 million worth of stock. Okay, the financials. So they wrote down some losses against earnings. So they actually put in a 52 million loss last year. So this is a loss-making company, according to the books. However, I read somewhere that they have won allegedly £3 billion worth of contracts. What am I looking for? It's got a price earnings ratio. So I'm just struggling to find my way around it. Company info. No, that's not what I want. So it's a 1.7 billion stock. At a glance, maybe that's what I want. Yeah, here we go. So price earnings ratio 8.6. A year high of 35.70p. So anyway, I've bought a position on this based on this moving up, based on this support and the potential for this to go to, what's my target on this? You know what? My target's 20p. Deutsche Bank posted they expect this to go to 35p. So they expect it to recover into the February 23 levels. Up there, we're up there at 45p in February last year, March last year. I'd be quite happy just to take that to 20p. If the volume is significant and it spikes higher, great. Otherwise, if we just drift into 20p, I might just take profits. Well, my aim will be to take profits at that level. Right. What else do I want to show you? Let's look at this one. You guys got any questions? Uh, oil pipeline, oil supply company, Genel. I don't know if he's still there, but it was headed by the ex-BP chair, Brown, Mr. Brown. So we've seen a lot of support there. You can see I've got an alarm set for 76. Volumes increased as we come off this low of 65. Just again, just a watch list. I'm not going to start buying up here, but if that were to dip, Robinhood, yeah, I'm looking at that one myself today. Got Robinhood here. Yeah, it's had another move up, isn't it? This is a weekly chart. This got crushed as well. This was $50 not so long ago, and then dropped all the way down to 780. And then we look as if we're pushing to 25. This is a weekly chart, by the way. If you're interested, try and hold out for 18. I have a tiny position in this, not much. Right, just flicking through the charts. I'm out of Pan-African, it's still inching higher. QQ and National Grid have got results this week. So I'm backing off this one, but I would love this to pull back. It's been a nice mover. We've talked about this one a lot over the last couple of years. So 2011, we're down there at 81. I've bought this. I've traded this a few times. Go back to the daily. This is part of their business in defense. So when the Russians went into Ukraine, this started to stoke up. So we had a recent pullback to 330. We're currently just under 375. If we saw 345 and it held, I'd be interested. Otherwise, I would just stay away. What else? Oh, IQE. This is a miss. I've been in and out of this a couple of times, but this was a look at the volume that came in down there. Not so long ago, that was 18p. It's nearly 36. That's doubled. It's doubled from the low this year. Chip maker, card factory, right? I'm laughing because I I've shorted this a few times in the past. I hate the shops. I think they're awful. Um, wow, that's. I still think this is a short candidate. But if I'm going to short it again, I need to short this high. I'm certainly not going to short around this level, particularly as they just reintroduced a dividend. Um, I need to see, tell you what, I would like to see that go at least into 120, if not higher. Otherwise, I'm steering clear. Right, let's leave it there. Anything else you want me to look at? Vodafone are doing well. Vodafone's like BT. It's pushed up, consolidating. If that dips, well, that looks as if that could want to see 74 again. If that sees 74 and holds, I think that's a buy as well. Anything else? Rolls-Royce is still climbing higher. Little dips are still getting bored in that one. Right, okay, I'm done. Be careful as we come to the end of May, and be careful of all that data that's coming out. I can see the S&Ps are drifting a little lower here. I am actually short from this high. Got a few pips under my belt. Um, because we've got this little lower close here on Thursday. Just looking to see. I think this is worth, if you want to short something, this S&P and the FTSE, like I said, the FTSE is struggling. Brilliant. Thanks a lot, guys, and be careful, and talk to you again. Thanks. Bye.